Welcome back to the Daily Stock Drop, the show where we break down the biggest moves in the market and what they really mean for investors. I'm your host, Andre, and today we're diving into one of the most talked about tickers of the morning, Datavault AI, ticker symbol DVLT. If you were watching the pre-market action today, you probably saw DVLT spike sharply. I need to give up those gains almost immediately once the opening bell rang. So what caused the early surge? Why the sudden drop? And what does all of this signal for the future of the stock? Let's get into it. DVLT jumped more than 8% in early trading this morning, stocks to trade, and the catalyst was pretty straightforward. Renewed investor excitement around Datavault's strategic relationship with Scilex Holding. Here's what was driving that optimism. Scilex recently completed a major strategic investment in Datavault AI, including a final installment paid in Bitcoin, pushing Datavault's implied valuation toward $583 million stocks to trade. The company also wrapped up a two-part equity financing deal, giving it fresh liquidity and signaling institutional confidence. Ownership disclosures showed new shifts in who controls what, which often spark speculation about future direction and potential partnerships. In other words, the pre-market crowd saw a cocktail of fresh capital, strategic alignment, and AI sector momentum, and they piled in. But then, the bell rang. As soon as regular trading began, DVLT couldn't hold those gains. The stock reversed and slid back down, a pattern we've seen before with this ticker. So what caused the fade? Two big factors. One, lingering legal and sentiment overhang. DVLT has been dealing with legal disputes, including a lawsuit filed against Wolfpack Research over a short seller report earlier in the quarter, Parameter. Even though today's spike wasn't directly tied to that case, the uncertainty still weighs heavily on regular session traders. Pre-market traders tend to be more speculative. Regular session traders tend to be more cautious. That tension showed up immediately. 2. Weak follow-through demand. According to recent trading patterns, DVLT has struggled to maintain momentum after early spikes. A November analysis showed the stock repeatedly fading after morning highs as volume thins and buyers hesitate to chase Parameter. That exact pattern repeated today. Early enthusiasm, thin liquidity, sellers stepping in, momentum evaporating. This wasn't a collapse, it was a cool-off. So what does today's action tell us about where DVLT might be headed? 1. The market wants proof, not promises. DVLT has exciting AI ambitions, but its financials still show a company in early-stage growth with negative margins exceeding 800% stocks to trade. Investors want to see revenue acceleration, clear profitability path, execution on partnerships, reduced legal noise. Until then, spikes may continue to fade. 2. The Scilex partnership is a real catalyst. The Scilex investment, especially one partly executed in Bitcoin, is unusual, bold, and confidence-boosting. It signals institutional belief in Datavault's tech, potential future collaborations, a stronger balance sheet. This is the kind of catalyst that can reshape a small-cap AI company's trajectory. 3. Volatility is the name of the game. DVLT is behaving like a classic high-beta, news-driven microcap. Big pre-market moves, sharp reversals, sentiment-driven swings, heavy influence from legal and PR cycles. For traders, this means opportunity. For long-term investors, it means patience and a strong stomach. DVLT's early morning pop and market open drop weren't random. They were the result of fresh optimism around Silex's investment, ongoing caution tied to legal disputes and weak financials, a trading pattern where early spikes struggle to hold. The future of DVLT will depend on whether the company can convert its strategic partnerships into real revenue growth and operational stability. If they can, today's volatility will look like early-stage noise. If they can't, expect more mornings like this one. That's your breakdown of DVLT's roller coaster morning on December 22nd, 2025. If you enjoy these deep dive market explainers, make sure to follow the show and share it with someone who watches the tickers as closely as you do. I'm Andre. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the Daily Stock Drop.